Welcome everyone to chair yoga. So we'll begin by just taking a few moments to relax the body. Whoops, before I forget, you will need to have a strap today. So either a yoga strap or a belt is fine. All right, now we'll get started. So sitting in a comfortable seat, walk the hips back so that your back is relaxed against the back of the chair, extending the feet a little bit out in front of you, resting the hands in the lap, and then just closing the eyes or dropping the gaze. And as you turn the attention inward, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Noting any areas of tension or tightness. And then we'll take 2 deep cleansing breaths. So take a nice big inhale through the nose and exhale it all out by blowing or sighing it out. And one more nice big inhale and exhale it all out. And then soften the muscles of the face. Relax the muscles of the neck and the shoulders. And then turn the attention to the breath. Notice the inhale and notice the exhale. And then we'll begin a nice even breathing. Inhaling and exhaling to a count of 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And just continue with this nice, even breathing. If at any time it makes you lightheaded or dizzy, just go back to your own normal breathing pattern. And we also set an intention for each practice to help remind us why we are here. So that may be a benefit you would like to receive, or just an uplifting or a positive thought or phrase. So think of an intention that you'd like to have for your practice today. And then with your next inhale, go ahead and lift your head and open your eyes. And we'll begin our warm-up by turning our heads to look out over that right shoulder. And coming back to center and turning to look out over the left and back to center, dropping the chin to the chest. And then picking the chin up towards the ceiling and jutting that lower jaw out. And coming back to center. And then dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. And back to center. And left ear to left shoulder. And back to center. Extending the hands out in front. Open and close the fingers. And then some wrist circles. And reverse. Good. And then bringing the hands back to the lap. So we're going to do a little wrist movement called gone fishing. So you're going to pretend as if you're casting a line. So bringing the right arm out in front of you, bend the elbow so the arm's at 90 degrees, and you can use your left hand to support that arm. And then just making a loose fist, you're going to cock your wrist back and then forward, just as if you're casting. And try to make it more from the wrist than from the elbow. Good. And then go ahead and rest up that right arm, shake it out, and we'll try it on the other side. So making that loose fist, again, supporting that left arm, and then cocking the wrist and as if you're throwing or casting your line. Good, just a couple more. Good. And then relax that left arm down, shake it out. And then bringing the hands up to the front, we're going to do a little finger movement called digs. So we're going to take each finger, we'll start with the index finger, and pretend you're making a hole in the ground. You have to plant a seed. So you're going to dig, dig, dig with that index finger, then the middle finger, the ring, pinkies. Good. And then the thumbs actually a little bit harder, which is kind of bending, maybe circling even the thumb. Just warming it up. Good. And then releasing those hands down, shake it out. Placing the hands back in the lap, walking your feet in a little bit so you can sit up a little straighter. And then we'll start with some shrugs. Taking the shoulders up, bringing them back down. And the next time you pick the shoulders up, roll them to the back. Good. And then bringing the shoulders back to neutral, arms alongside the body. Then we're going to sweep the right arm up next to the ear and back down, and then the left. So just swinging those arms up and down, alternating. If you do have a shoulder issue, then just working within your own range of motion here. Good. And again on the left. Now we're going to do both arms. Good. Last one here. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms so they're in front of us, palms facing each other, and do a little breaststroke. So opening up nice and wide, circling those hands back to center. Let's do 2 more. Good. And then just relax the arms down, wiggle it out or shake it out a little bit. And walking the hips up a little bit forward, extending that right leg, point and flex the foot. And some ankle circles. And reverse. Good. And switch, left foot, point and flex. And circles. And reverse. Good. Bring that left foot in. Then take the right foot, slide it out so the heel's on the floor. Lift your legs so the thighs are about even. And then slowly bend the knee. Bring that heel back and down. And try it again. Slide, lift, bend, and down. And again, slide, lift. And it's that bending, you're probably feeling that in that quad. Good. Last time. Slide, lift, slowly bend it back. Good. All right, same thing on the left. Extend, lift, slowly bring that heel back and down. Good. And again. And slide, lift, slowly bend that back. Good. And then walking the hips up about midway in the chair, we'll take the right knee, step it wide, bring it back in. Good. So keeping the hips facing forward, just stepping it out, warming up the hip. Good. Bring it back to center and left. Good. Once more. Good. And then sitting up nice and tall, bringing the right arm alongside the body. You're welcome to hold on to the chair if you'd like. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, and to exhale, bend to the right. Coming back to center, switch arms, inhale, and to exhale to the left. Good. Coming back to center, placing the left hand on the right knee as we prepare for a twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, turning and looking to the right. Good. Release the twist back to center. Switch hands, inhale to lengthen, and to exhale, turn and look to the left. Good, release that twist. Place the hands on the thighs as we come into cat-cow, that arching and rounding of the back. If you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, you want to eliminate the rounding or the cat pose. So with the inhale, we'll come into cow. So lifting the chest and chin, arching the back. And then exhale, just keep the spine in neutral, or if you're okay, then rounding, dropping the chin to the chest. And then inhale, back to cow. Exhale, neutral or cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, neutral or cat. And last time, inhale and exhale. Good. All right, we're going to do some poses in the chair before we come up to standing. So you'll want to Walk those hips up towards the edge of the chair. We're going to start in Warrior Two. So step your right foot out to the side a little bit, and then you're going to extend the left leg out. So here's where you may want to shift your hips over to the left a little bit so that you can extend that left leg. Now when you extend the leg, you want to have the knee and the foot pointing forward. All right, then you want to lift your torso to keep it in line with the pelvis. Good. Inhale, bring those arms up to shoulder height and turn to look out over that middle right finger. So this is our seated Warrior Two. And then we're going to come into a reverse warrior and go into side angle pose. So we're going to take the left hand, place it on the left thigh. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. So you're doing a little side bend to the left. Then as you exhale, bring your right forearm on the right thigh. Sweep the left arm up next to the ear for side angle pose. And then go back into reverse. And then as you exhale, come into side angle. Good, let's try that again. As you inhale, sweep that right arm up. And to exhale, come into side angle. Good, and last time. And to exhale into side angle. Now, staying here in side angle, drop the left arm down and sweep it around. It's a nice big circle here with the arm. Good, and then reverse it. And last time around. Come back up, lift the torso, coming back to Warrior Two. Good, and then go ahead and exhale, bring the arms down. We'll switch legs. So step that left foot back in. Extend the right. So the left foot is turned out a little bit in that left knee. And then you're going to extend that right leg again so the foot and the knee are pretty much facing forward. And then lift your torso, extend the arms, and then exhale, turn and look out over that middle left finger. Take a full breath here. Place your right hand on the right thigh, and with your next inhale, lift that left arm up. What we call reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, left forearm on the left thigh, sweep the right arm up. Good, and then inhale, back to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Good, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Now hold it here for a second, and then we'll start our arm sweep. Good, so nice big circle. And then reverse. Good, and now this last time as you sweep it on around, go ahead and bring the other arm up, coming back to Warrior Two. Good, and then exhale, bring the arms down. Go ahead, bend that right knee, step that right foot in, and we'll come up to standing. So walking the hips forward, shift the weight forward, and come on up. All right. I'm going to just put the chair to the side for right now. We'll get to our strap in a minute. All right, so we're going to start by standing in mountain pose. This time I want you to step the feet a little bit closer together because we're going to do a little core exercise too. But we'll take a moment to stand in mountain pose. So you're still going to lift up through the arches, tighten the front of the thighs, arms alongside the body. Tighten and lift the abdominals. Focus on the spine, lengthening up from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Picking the shoulders up, rolling them down the back so the chest is lifted. Good. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor, gazing forward, and taking a few breaths here. Good. So we're going to do a little exercise called sway. So you're going to keep your body perfectly straight, and the movement's going to come from your ankles. Now, the chair is there nearby. If for some reason you start to lose your balance, just keep your hand on the chair. But you're going to start swaying. So swaying in a circle. And again, the movement's going to come from the ankle. So you'll feel your weight is shifting forward, to the side, back. It's actually, I think it's pretty difficult because you want to keep your back straight and in line with those hips. So just do the best you can. It actually is a great core exercise. Good. Come back to center. Try it the other way. Good. So the knees are straight. You don't have to lock them, but try not to bend from the knees. So the movement's coming from the ankle. Good. All right. Coming back to center. So now we're going to step the feet just about shoulder width. Place the hands on the hip. And now we're going to do some pelvic circles. So now you're using the hips. And just circling them around. And then reverse. Good. And coming back to center, we're going to bring the arms alongside the body, palms up, like you're holding a tray. And we're going to do a twist. So take a nice big inhale to lengthen, and then as you exhale, turn to the right. Now the key here is let those knees be soft as you turn. Come back to center, and exhale left. Good. Back to center. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. The twisting is coming from the waist. Good. Here we go. A couple more. Good. Last one. Good. And then go ahead and rest it out. Coming to the back of the chair, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So similar to downward facing dog, only we're going to have a wide stance. So walking the legs back so that the arms are extended, and then widening your stance. So you want to have your feet wider than your hips. And then as you press into your arms, pull the shoulders down the back, drop the chest down towards the floor. Now, if the hamstrings are tight, keep a little bend in the knee. Otherwise, you can begin to straighten the legs. Again, pay attention to how your body feels. And just take a few breaths here. Good. And then to come out of the pose, begin to lift the torso, bend the knees, walk your feet in, and walk forward. Good. And then coming around the right side of the chair, we're going to come into eagle pose. So the chair is there if you'd like to use it for support. So two options here with your legs. You can take the right foot and just cross it over the left. Or as you cross, you can bend the left knee. So you come into kind of a half squat and then cross the right thigh over the left. You can have your right toes still on the floor or pick them up. You can keep your left hand on the chair if you need to. And then extending the arms out in front, take the left arm, cross it just above the elbow of the right arm. Give yourself a big hug. Or if the shoulder and lower arm's okay, you can cross those lower arms. Good, and continue to breathe. Good, and then with the exhale, go ahead and release the arms, uncross the legs, walk it out a little bit, and then we'll try it on the other side. Good, so the weight's in the right leg. Again, the options are just to cross the left foot over the right, or you can bend the right knee and cross the thigh. A little bit there. You can keep the left toes on the floor or even pick them up. If you need to keep a hand on the chair, then do that. And now we'll switch arms. So the right arm will cross over the left. Again, start here, giving yourself that big hug. See if you can lift your elbows. And then if you would like to cross the lower arms, go ahead and do that. Come back to your nice, even breathing. Good, and then slowly unwrap those arms, uncross the legs, walk it out. And we're going to come into triangle pose. So if you would like to use the chair, turn the chair so the seat of the chair is facing you. And then we will stand fairly close to the chair, maybe just a couple inches away from the seat of the chair. We'll start by shifting the weight in the left leg, bend the right knee, and then you're going to step that right foot back. And then you're going to turn that right foot so it's facing forward and your left heel lines up with the instep of the right foot. Good. So now my hips are angled a little bit to the right, but from the waist up, I've turned and faced forward. Then with an inhale, straighten that right knee. Inhale, bring those arms up to shoulder height. With the exhale, we're going to lean to the right, shift the weight into the left leg. And then you can take that right hand, bring it down to the chair. Maybe you need to keep it on your thigh. It's dependent on this left shoulder, keeping it open. Or possibly on the shin, as long as you don't collapse forward. So if you are using the chair, just bring your hand on the chair and then extend that left arm up, or you're welcome to keep it on your hip. Good. And continue to breathe. Good, and then with the inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, bring the arms down. And then we'll turn the right foot in. If you are using the chair, you'll have to pick your chair up. Good. All right, so widening that stance. Now we'll try it on the other side. So you'll want to turn that left foot out, line up the heel with the instep of the right foot. Inhale, bring the arms up. With your exhale, you want to lean now to the left. That left leg is straight. The weight has shifted over to my right hip. And then bring that left hand down, or maybe it's on your thigh or the shin. And then inhale, bring that right arm up. Good. And if you tighten up that left quadricep, you'll feel the kneecap being lifted, and that'll help protect that knee joint. Good. Continue to breathe. Good. And then with your inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, bring the arms down. Go ahead and turn that left foot forward, and then just do a little heel walk or walk those feet in towards each other. And then we'll want to bring the chair back so that you're standing behind the chair. This time you're going to turn the chair around so the back of the chair is facing you. And we're going to come into twisted triangle. So the leg placement is a little bit different than in regular triangle. We want to keep the hips facing forward. So we'll face the back of the chair, shift the weight into the left leg, and you're going to bend that right knee, take the right foot back, but you want to press the right heel down. Now your left knee will probably bend a little as you do that, but then you want to straighten the left knee. Keep your right hand on the back of the chair, so adjust the chair so you can do that. Inhale to lengthen, and then as you exhale, you're going to bend from the hip, come forward a little bit, and then you're going to begin to turn to the left, and then extend that left arm up. As you're doing that, pull the inner thighs together. Good, and continue to breathe. Good, and then exhale, go ahead and bring that left hand back down. Step that right foot forward. We'll try it on the other side. So bend the left knee. As you step that left foot back, press the left heel down. Then when you inhale, straighten the right knee. The left hand will stay on the chair. With your exhale, begin to turn the left ribs towards the right, and then extend that right arm up. Good. And again, pull those inner thighs towards each other. Good, and with the exhale, go ahead and bring that right hand down. Step the left foot forward. Walk it out a little bit. Good. And then we're going to come down to the chair. Actually, I'm going to turn my chair sideways for this first move. I think it'll be easier for you to see me. So we're going to do a core exercise called reverse table. So we have a couple options here. You're going to sit about midway in the chair, holding on to the sides of the chair. The first thing to do is to press into your arms and your shoulders. So keep the shoulders down and see if you can lift your hips. And then relax it out, bend the elbows, and try it again. Just press and lift. And if that is a challenge for you, then I'd like you to just practice that. Just work on that, lifting those hips and down. If you're okay with that and you want to go on to the second phase, then we're going to walk our feet out in front of us. And as you press into those hands and lift the hips, you're then going to shift the hips forward so that your knees come over your ankles and then look up. So you're going to open that chest, support yourself here. Good. Now slide those hips back onto the chair, rest it out. So those are your two options. You can work on just lifting here, keep those abs tight. You're building upper body strength and core strength here. If you're okay to lift and extend out, then we'll do that. All right, so here we go. With your inhale, lift. If you're okay to extend the hips, that's why you walked your feet forward, to keep the knees over the ankles. Lift your hips as high as you can. And then if you can, keep your neck in line with your spine, so you don't have to drop your head back. So hold your head up a little bit. Good, and continue to breathe. Take a break when you need to. Good, and then as you exhale, bring those hips back to the center. Walk the feet back, and then shake those hands out. I know that's a lot on your wrists. Depending on the type of chair you're using, you may be able to use your fists. It's hard in a folding chair, but if you have like a padded dining room chair, that may give you a little more padding to do it on your knuckles and keep the wrists straight. So you may try that next time too. All right, I'm going to turn back around to the front. So we're going to come into a twist. Take the right leg. If you're okay crossing on the thigh, then we'll go ahead and do that. If not, just cross on the ankles. And then take your left hand, place it on that right knee. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, turn and twist to the right. Continue to breathe. Just a nice, even breath. Good. And then exhale, release it to center, and switch legs. Again, either crossing on the ankles or crossing on the thighs. Right hand can come on the right knee if your ankles are crossed on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen, and to exhale, turn and look to the right. Good, and then release the twist and cross the legs. And then we will need our strap. So go ahead and pick up your strap. And you want to do a little hip walk so that the hips are resting on the back of the chair and the low back. Then the right knee, place your strap across the ball of the foot, and then extending the leg out in front of you, walk your hands down the strap, and then pull the shoulders down the back. You'll see how that pulls your toes in towards you, and you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the knee. That's your hamstring. Good, so keeping the back straight, shoulders down. Take a few breaths here. Good, and then go ahead and release the strap as you bend that right knee. And we'll try it on the left. And it doesn't matter how high you raise your leg. You just want to focus on the back of the knee and have the leg extended through there. And then walking those hands forward and pulling the shoulders down the back. So by flexing that foot, we're lengthening that hamstring. Good, and then go ahead and bend that left knee, release the strap, and just put that to the side. Walking the hips up about midway in the chair. We're going to do a hip opener called seated pigeon. Again, if you've been told not to cross your foot over the thigh like this, that's a pretty big external rotation, then just bring that right foot, cross it over the left ankle, and see if you can open up the right knee. You generally have to move forward in the chair a little bit to get that opening, but that will stretch that glute. Otherwise, sitting in the middle of the chair, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, and you should feel that in that right hip into the glutes. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Good, and then as you inhale with the torso, exhale, remove that right foot, and same thing on the left. Maybe you're crossing on the ankle. If you can, cross on the thigh. Again, pay attention to that hip and your knee. So doing what's best for you. And if you want to deepen the stretch, bend from the hip, keep the back perfectly straight. And the forward movement is very small, only about an inch or so. And you should feel a deepening in that stretch. Good, nice even breath. And then with your next inhale, go ahead and lift the torso. Exhale, remove that left leg. And then coming up towards the edge of the chair so you can widen the knees. So do a little stretch for the inner thighs. So pressing the forearms against those inner thighs. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, think of bringing the chest forward. Again, about an inch or two. Keeping the back straight. And just taking a few breaths. Good. And then inhale, lift the torso. Go ahead and walk the feet together. Little hip walk to the back of the chair. Coming back into our beginning pose for relaxation, or Savasana. Hands resting in the lap, closing the eyes. Turning the attention back to the breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. next inhale, let the abdomen rise first, then the chest, filling the lungs all the way up to the collarbones. And with the exhale, let the collarbones fall first, then the chest, then the abdomen, drawing the navel to the spine. Just taking a couple of these nice deep breaths. Focusing on the physical body. Relax all the muscles from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Release any tension or tightness. Focus on the mind. Release any thoughts, worries, or anxieties. And if these try to come back in, just acknowledge them and release them. Turning the attention back to the breath. Again, notice the inhale and notice the exhale. Give yourself just a few moments to completely let go. Begin to deepen your breath. And then start moving your fingers and toes. And then the wrists and the ankles. Slowly bending one knee and then the other. And keeping the body relaxed and the eyes closed for another moment, focus on the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. And then we'll take one more deep cleansing breath. So take a nice big inhale and to exhale it all out. And then go ahead and lift your head and open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.